My pupper girl. There's my pupper girl. There's my puppy. Here's my bumper girl. Oh, dang, it's cold. Dear my girl. She's out there waiting. She's waiting for me to come out. That's Bubbles. She's such a good girl. She's just waiting patiently for Mama. She's waiting patiently for her Mama. Look at her tail. Yeah, look at her. She's waiting for Mom. She's waiting for Mom. All right. Guess where I'm going? Oh, these smell so good. Seriously, smell so good. Like, oh. Good afternoon, Danetta. They smell like I want to try them. You guys know that on more than one occasion, I have sampled these and they do not taste as good as they smell. They taste like wood. But they smell so good. So we're gonna stuck. I'm looking for gloves and stuff. It's really cold out, like really cold. We're on the tail end of it being cold. We're supposed to get a warm up. I'm gonna take these cookies, knickerdoodles, out to my horses. Yeah, that should be enough. I've got a lot. I warn you, it's gonna be cold. So I don't know how long I'm gonna make it out there, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, Danetta. Get ready. So, Puppers is waiting for me. It is cold. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Here's Bups. Coming with us? All right. What you doing, you goofball? It's always hit and miss on if my phone decides that reception is worth having. Do not let these beautiful sunny skies, do not let this fool you. We are not even above freezing here. It is like, I think it was 10 degrees in my car, so it's cold. Here's Mr. Normie. These poor horses. They have had these jackets on for almost 2 weeks. Hi, girl. I'm gonna fix hers. Hers is sitting funky. Oh, dang it. Honey, I want to fix it for you, but I'm gonna need both hands. I know, your blanket's on wonky, and I want to fix it. Oh, she says, Mom, I know you have a treat for me. Yes. Here you go, my darling. Here you are, Norman. Oh, dang it. I'm going to set you guys down for just a second so I can fix her blanket because it's not on right and it's giving me OCD. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, much better. That's much better. Good girl. You need a treat. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. Here. Holy buckets. It is cold. Hi. Oh, hi. I don't have any more. I don't have any more. Good girl. Hi. Hi, girl. Yeah. Yeah, it's all better. It's much better. So, not too much longer and we can take their coats off. We're supposed to get a warm up. It's supposed to be like high of 32, which for us is huge. Here's Pickle. Pickle, what are you doing? This is Pickles. He's our farm kitty, but he's also a spoiled brat. She thinks I have more treats for her. She's very spoiled. Hi, Normandy. I don't have any more for you. We have minis that need treats too. So we'll head down there now because it's... Oh my goodness. I just stepped into the it's shaded area, and it's much colder here. If that's even possible. Rosie! I don't know what Rosie's doing. Rosie! So the big horses are crowding me because they know that I have more treats. Rosie! You can see little Rosie's out there. And her cute little blanket. Rosie! She's not coming. Oh, bud. We'll head out and go out the back way because these guys are up in my grill. Yeah, I'm guessing they're standing out in the sun, which is smart. No need to be inside today. There's no wind, which is great. Hey, little John. Here he comes. Here's little John. Here, buddy. Need a treat? Well, of course I need a treat, Mom. I'm just a little guy. Rosie! Rosie! Couple more days of these blankets and then we'll be able to take the blankets off and give them a little bit of a break. Rose! She is she is hanging out up top and she's just not coming down. And little John's like, you know what, Mom? If she doesn't want hers, I'll take hers. I know. What is she doing? Why didn't she come down here? Well, I don't know what she's doing. She's hitting up the hay bag. The hay bag's up there. She's eating off the hay bag, so she doesn't care. Oh, the sky is so blue. It is so deceiving. Look at her, or him. He's like, I'll take the treats. Rosie! She's not coming. All right. Oh, yeah, do not let this sky fool you. I'm telling you guys, look at how gorgeous it is. This is the sky. It is so cold. You can see your breath. You can only be out here for a very short amount of time before you absolutely have to go back in. My cats, when we started hitting these like sub-zero freezing temps, we put out they have a cat house that my husband built them, and we put a heater of it looks like a little oval dish, but it's kind of big, and we put a blanket on there and we turn that on, and the cats have literally lived on that thing in their cat house. I'll show you what it looks like. They literally spend all day in there. And I don't blame them. It's just too cold. You can only be out here for a certain amount of time before your hands and toes will freeze. And I'm not talking like a little, I'm talking like frostbite. Bad. Absolutely have to keep gloves on. So we set this thing. So right now it's at 83 degrees. This is our cat's house. So our cats are technically barn cats, but they're very spoiled. And in here, see, they're all sitting on it. That looks like a little oval in there. I know it looks dirty, but it's just from their paws. That oval that they're sitting on there, it is heated. So they will go in there, climb in here. Just stay. Hey, Pickles. This is Pickles. And normally, we call this the cat porch. They go up in there. They hide up in there. They go down here. And we have some cat trees in here, and they like to play on those. But when it's this cold, Pickles, you're out today, which he's most of the time. He's actually in there with the other cats, but he's out today. But Puppers, what are you doing? But it's today is Thursday, so tomorrow is going to be cold again, and then on Saturday we have a kind of a warm up. So like this whole thing was absolutely don't chase Froggy. Hey buddy, there goes Froggy. He's going to the warming house. But we've had a really crazy winter. The past couple of winters, we went through like one pile of wood. We have to fill this for the third time this year. So we've gone through, it's like stacked up to here. And we've gone through that twice already. And so we have to fill it again. I shouldn't say we, Mike does it. But we burn wood to help heat the house. And it's been so cold that we're already down again. Just burn a lot of wood. Hey, puppy. Here's Papa's. Oh, get down. Nope, down. She's uber. I think, see how she's just full of energy. No, do not jump on me. I have to find her a toy because she is full of energy. But I think it's part of this is from being cooped up. She's ready to go. She's ready to run around. She's sick of being cooped up, just like the kids are too. Come on! Yeah, that's a good girl. Oh, the horses are being weird over there. Nicola, hello. I don't know why I have not gotten your emails, because Danetta has sent me some emails and I get them. I've thought of you so many times. I don't have your email in my thing. Otherwise, I would totally email you. So I don't know what's going on. But it is good to see you. Nonetheless, I have to keep an eye on. There's a mail carrier coming up. And Puppers here doesn't... Yeah, that's one I don't recognize, so I just want to make sure. There is school today, though. Yes, they have school today all week. So it's freezing. Like, I drop them off right at the door. They don't really let them out for recess, so they have to have recesses inside, and because it's so cold. So, but they have had school all week. There was only one day that they did not have school because of the cold. Yes. Oh, I miss you, Nicola. Every time I see, honest to God, anytime we go to a store that has anything with wiener dogs on it, we always think of you. And there's so many cute things here with dachshunds, and they're just so cute. And then a couple of times I've seen them out and about walking, the long-haired dachshunds, just adorable. So I really hope you guys can all make it. I know with the time zones and the difference, it's going to be a little bit rough. But on Valentine's Day, I shouldn't say Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day evening, we're going to have some trivia on our channel live. That'll be at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I hope you guys can come because that's going to be a great time. I'm telling you guys, look at this. If you didn't know any better, you'd think we were having like this pleasant, and I shouldn't complain because there's no wind. When it's windy, it makes it bitter cold. So I should probably just shut up and count my blessings because it is not windy. But my hand that's holding is starting to freeze. And so the phone keeps slipping down because my hand is starting to freeze that's holding the phone. That's how cold it is. But it's not windy. Puppers desperately wants to go for a walk. When she had another dog here, she loves going out. And I think she misses that. She still does go out sometimes, but she'd much rather go out with someone or with another dog. So here we are. Oh, absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I was actually, every time I use my set in the kitchen, this is totally a random, but if you're new here, Lee was on our channel for a long time. He recommended, I was getting a knife set and he recommended Ninja knives. And I bought that knife set and I use it every day without fail. And it's been the best knife set I've ever had. And he was a culinary chef, so he knew his kitchen utensils. And he suggested Ninja for that. And I have loved my set. And I think often because we know, but we don't know, what happened, like exactly. We kind of know, but we don't know. And so it's just like, it's different, And you have people come and go on a channel, but like some people you really remember. It's been raining and flooding here in Northern Ireland. Oh, I don't know if I would take raining and flooding over. Little John's got the zoomies. Oh, I so want to show you guys this. He's got the zoomies. Oh my God. I want to show you guys, but I don't want to scare him. But I'm trying to run over there because he's acting like an nincompoop. He's literally jumping and running and bucking and rearing. Oh my God. Can you see him? He is, he's acting like a ding dong. You got the zoomies? He just had the zoomies. That was so funny. Oh my goodness. Did you have the zoomies? Did you have the zoomies? Oh yes, Mama. Hi. Oh, hello, baby. You didn't get a treat. Here, you did not get a treat. So there's your treat for today. She didn't get one because she was up. She was busy. So she didn't have one. You did, mister. You did. You're so cute. My goodness, you're so cute. You're so cute. How you? Oh, well, don't give me a bite, you little stinker. Don't give me a bite, you little stinker. Oh, John. Look at this little shyster. You are so cute. I would prefer to not be bit, sir. Yeah, he is so adorable, and he has his nice warm coat, which I'm so grateful for. It's been so cold. Almost time to take the coats off. Almost time. And honestly, the coats are amazing, but when they have to wear them for too long, Little John's on his neck, so if you look right here, it rubs a little bit. See where it meets? And they put this nice padded part here on the top. It's on all of theirs. It's this nice padded part where it would rub here so that it's less irritation. Rosie has the same thing on hers right here. See on Rosie's. But basically, when they have to wear the blankets for long periods of times, the spots where it rubs gets annoying. And so they need a break from them. And little John and Rosie's aren't bad, but the other horses have. Hey, Katie, how are you? It's been a long time. Welcome to the freezing cold tundra live. It's been a while, guys. But yeah, these guys aren't bad. The big horses, Norman decided to roll right in. I don't know what he was thinking. He wasn't thinking. And his coat will need to be washed. It's a mess. It's so gross. So his will have to be, I've already washed their coats once this winter. His will have to be washed again. It's absolutely filthy. Norman, tell us what you were thinking, sir. What were you thinking, Mr. Wendy? Hi, Miss Love. Miss Love, you're always thinking that I have something for you. She's such a fancy lady. Look at how beautiful her head is. Mike and I were just talking about the Arabian headset. This is my favorite. I love the way Arabians look. Their faces, the shape of them, they're so beautiful. Hi, girl. So I can let them actually out. Sometimes they like to go through it for a little frolic. Hello, Miss Love. She's saying hello to all of you. Can you believe this horse had a halter grown into her head and didn't like to be touched? Now she's all up in my business. She came from a kill pen. And she had a halter grown into her head, and she was really thin. And it hasn't even been a year since we rescued Lovey. And she is making such great progress. So, like, I'll come here, you fools. I call them my fools. They're not fools. They're amazing. But they know. They respond to it. Yes, they do. Sometimes I'll just let them go frolic out in the field because, you know what? They're not going to ruin the pasture going out there. Sometimes they need to just go for a little romp. You can go out. No, go ahead. Puppers. He's all right. He doesn't have to. Puppers is like, you're supposed to go out. She's trying to herd them out. They both said no thanks. They're both coming back in. Puppers, were you trying to take care of business? I know, honey. They don't have to go out. It was just an offer. Sometimes, and maybe they will later, sometimes they will go and just run out there in the field just to get Now, Norman and Lovey both have arthritis. Hey, Mary. Do these horses fall in love with you? I think they do. I think my theory is horses develop a bond with people. And Arabians are known for, Lovey, both of my horses have arthritis in their back legs. You appear swollen in your back right. Let's see if you guys can see this. Yep, your back right. This one, this side, down below. She has arthritis, and certain types of weather get to them. But I can see that she is swollen. And the way she's stepping on it, she's sore. You need a little bit of medicine. Yep. She needs a little anti-inflammatory. I can see she's just a little, I'm just watching her walk on it, and I'm like, yeah, that looks a little sore. Both of them have arthritis, and so Normie's actually on medicine, anti-inflammatory medicine to help him, because he was an endurance horse. And, hi, buddy. He was an endurance horse, so he has some severe arthritis, and he's pretty much retired, but he does like to go out. He likes to be ridden. He likes to go out. Look at him. Look what he did to his coat. He rolled Mad at you? Have you ever had a horse mad at you? I think I'm sure they've. See, animals aren't people, even though sometimes they think like people. Animals think differently. I don't think I've ever made my horses mad, but I've had them frustrated because there's something I wanted them to do that they didn't want to do. And then I always think about Warwick Schiller. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite horse people in the horse world. And he always says to make your idea their idea. And so if you're trying to get somewhere with a horse, like you want to make your idea their idea. So it has to be their idea, because you're not going to make, you know, 1,000-pound animal do what you want just because you're going to force them into submission. Even though a lot of people try that. It's going to be a lot easier if your brains are working together and you're on the same wavelength. And the lucky part for me is Arabians are extremely, she's got her ears pinned because Puppers is being a turd. And she does not like Puppers. But Arabians are super smart, and they want to please so bad. They want to do the right thing. They really, she's looking for treats. I don't have any more, honey. And we need to brush out your beautiful mane, because I can see that she's starting to get more pixie braids. And she gets pixie braids. See these? They're called pixie braids. She gets pixie braids really easy because of how long her mane is. So pretty. She's a good girl. She's a very good girl. So I try my hardest to just make my ideas their ideas, and we get along pretty good. But I'm also not doing, gosh dang it, honey. You look a little sore back there. Really sucks. Arthritis is the worst. And with Arabs, I mean, he was an endurance horse. I mean, he's just, yeah, hi, buddy. You know, it's going to just come, there's no cure for it. There's your stuff to help him. Hi, Normie. There's just anti-inflammatory medicines, and you can start doing shots, but it's kind of one of those things. Do horses ever bite? Oh, yeah. They do. Yep. My minis are kind of mouthy, and I've learned that for Little John, he's kind of mouthy, and he will bite. And the thing I've learned is, like, it's kind of the way he talks to... Horses will communicate with each other by kind of, like, nuzzling on each other. Most of the time, that's what Little John is doing. And so there's just an okay way to do that. And we had to establish that early on when he first came. But horses do bite. Horses will bite. I've not ever been bit. None of my horses have ever bit me intentionally, like to bite me. They'll bite each other. They don't bite me. Like, he's thinking about biting her right now. They do this a lot, but hold on, my phone's gonna run out of battery here. Close. All right. But horses will bite each other to show, like, dominance, and both of these guys respect me as the boss. You know, I've done significant groundwork with them, and also just the way I interact with them. I'm the boss, so they don't get to bite me. If you bite the boss horse, it doesn't go well. So they see me as the boss, and they won't bite me. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. They just haven't really tried. They haven't really ever done that. Have you, Normie? Nope. No. Hi. Hi, lovey. That's the thing, is, like, in this cold too, the joints are always stiff. It's like people say, like, when you have an injury, you can always feel that injury when the weather changes. And that's the same with the horses. Anytime the weather changes, we seem to have the arthritis really flare up. Here's Little John. Hey, buddy. Oh. And I'm going to have to probably go in pretty quick because my battery's Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Hi, buddy. Hey. I'm very proud of you. Because you're being such a good boy. You want to do a little sniffer? Yeah, you're a good boy. There's little John. I don't have stalls. I don't believe in stalling horses. I know that some people do it for one reason or another. I never stall my horses. And in fact, my horses in general, they have an area that's shelter, that has shelter. They go in it if they have to, if they absolutely have to. But they have coats on, and they have the ability to choose where they want to go and what they want to do. And this is their shelter. And they will go in it if they have to. Most of the time, the horses don't want to go in there. They don't want to be in there. Super windy, and they'll go in there. Really nasty rainstorm, they will go in there. We had tornadoes actually come right near our house this past year. They went in there. Actually, no, take that back. We started having storms. They went in there. When the tornadoes went through, the horses, it was crazy because I looked at the sky, and I was actually on a live. We were watching them come in, and all of a sudden we were watching the clouds, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's going to be tornadoes. And I was on a live at the time. We were watching these clouds. I was like, you guys, I'm literally watching tornadoes. And I'm like, I need to get off this live. And we watched the horses go in when the storm started, and then all of a sudden, flip of a switch, they both got out. And that is when the tornadoes went through. The horses got out. Thankfully, they were like a mile from us, but the horses got out of the shelter. You know, it would be a dangerous place to be in a shelter if a tornado did hit. They're smart. They got out. And when they got out, I was like, oh, that's not good. Like immediately I was like, that's not good. The horses both left the shelter, but they knew they're very smart. But I will never lock them in unless I had, I would stall maybe an injured horse. So if something absolutely needed to be stalled, but no, they have turnout. Bangladesh. Oh, that's cool. I remember that day. Katie, it was wild watching it come in, like, and then seeing my horses, the way that they were reacting to it. They're so smart. They know the weather. They know what's going on. They knew what was happening. Very, 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 very smart. What are, see, this cat, I'm telling you guys. And look at him. He's relentless. Absolutely relentless. Dude, this is James. James is insane. When we had puppies, James thought he was a puppy. We have horses, James thinks he's a horse. When he's with the ponies, he thinks he's a pony. He also thinks he's part dog. Him and Puppers go back and forth like he's a dog. Have I ever seen the horses do something? You know, to be honest, Evan. Ooh, from Italy. Hello, welcome. Love James. He's a wee character. Yeah, he is. I have wanted to see what would happen. I've seen people do it. So you set your camera up and somewhere where the horses can't really see it. And then you pretend to die and you see what your horses do. You just fall down and pretend to be dead. I wonder how they would react because these are both Arabians. They're very, very sensitive, extremely sensitive, very emotional. I call him sensitive and emotional creature. You're very sensitive and emotional. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I always wonder what they would do if I pretended to die, what they would do. And I have a feeling she would just be searching me over for treats while I was in a vulnerable position. And then it didn't work out well. Katie Moss, I did that with my wolves and it didn't work out well. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but that's kind of funny. Oh, I don't know. Because as they see me that I'm their leader, would they be concerned or would they also run? Or would they like panic? Because they see me as like their leader. If I'm down, like, what does that mean? I don't know. I want to make a video of it because I think it would be hilarious to see how they react. I think Lovey would just honestly start searching me for treats. And once there weren't any, she'd just be... I think Normie would be cool to watch because Normie actually likes me. Not that Lovey doesn't, but Normie and I actually have quite a bond. And I think... And he's the leader of the two of them, so I think he would be the more nervous one. My dwarf rats went about their business. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with this because I've seen people do that with dogs and they don't care. Yeah, I think Puppers would honestly just jump on me. I think she would. I don't think she, because I think she can sense like your heart beating and that you're not actually dead and you're breathing. Like, I think it would be different if it really was an emergency situation, but for Puppers, I think dogs are really smart and can tell. Ooh, we got to leave to pick up the girls in 15 minutes, buddy. I'm going to go. Yes, buddy?
You have to put another bridge across the train track.
Okay.
And that's going to take...
My son's out here. I was going to leave you guys with a cliffhanger. No, I wasn't going to do a cliffhanger, but I'm going to have to start my car. This is how cold it is. I got to start it like 20 minutes ahead of time just to let it warm up. So I just have to start it and let it get warm because it's just so cold. Buddy, we're not leaving yet. In about 15 minutes, okay? I have to let the van warm up. I have a limited battery. I wanted to throw this out there, you guys. We are, so these are my babies. As you guys know, I like to rescue from the kill pen. And my main riding horse was Moo, and he passed away this past year. And we had a horse named Phoenix. And so if you guys have followed me, you know how challenging the past year has been. I do want a horse to ride. I love rescue and I love rescuing horses. But I also love riding, and Moo was my riding horse. He was my trusty steed, you know, my faithful, like, didn't matter. Daytime, whatever the weather, we would go out. He was just so dependable. He was dependable. And he was a big boy, and he was my riding horse. And Norman and Lovey both have arthritis, and they're up there in age, and they're both smaller built horses. They're both Arabians. So I have been considering the kill lot, but I think I'm going to take a different route. And I'm looking into adoption from a standard bred adoption program. Standard breds are used for harness racing, and the Amish also use them for pulling buggies. And there is a rescue that bails them from the kill pen, bails them off the racetrack, takes in injured horses. They take in ones that are retired from racing, and I have been looking into adopting from a rescue. I normally do the rescue. I love rescuing horses, but last year was very hard for me, and ideally I would like a younger horse, and I would like a good riding horse. I still want to help. I don't need a purebred horse. I don't need I don't need a certain color. I just want to help a horse that needs a home, and I don't think I can rescue again for a while. Last year sucked, and that risk that you take getting one from a kill pen is just a lot. And I love rescue, but I do love riding. I love bonding with horses, and this rescue is amazing, and I love them. I just think they're great. My farrier actually recommended them. And so I'm looking into that. to add our next horse here, because I currently am without a riding horse, and well, it's winter and I'm not out riding much because it's freezing. Spring is coming and summer's coming, and that's something I truly enjoy doing. And you guys know me, I don't just go jump on a horse and start riding. I believe in building a bond and building a relationship and then taking them out and riding, and trusting a horse and building a bond before you even get on. And so, you know what I mean? What do you think? That said, I'm looking into it and seriously considering it. I've not had a lot of experience with a standard-bred breed of horse. I really don't. But I'm willing to learn. And the thing I like is they let people come out and just meet the horses. That's what I would like to do, because I don't want to commit to something that I really I don't know anything about standardbreds. But people always tell me if I can handle an Arabian, I can handle anything, because they're the hottest, craziest horses. So they say if I can handle an Arabian, a standardbred's going to be nothing. So I hope that's true. If that's true, I think I'll be okay. But I would also like to ideally to adopt a younger horse. You guys know I take in older horses. I take in usually sick older horses. Ideally, I would like to get something that's not sick and not old, and something that we can just start and really build a bond and a connection and actually have for a long time, because I have lost some amazing horses this past year. And I don't know if I have it in me to do it again this year. The risk is so high bailing from a kill pen, and it just takes a toll on you doing it again and again. And losing 2 in a year was just like a serious blow. It's very, very hard. So we're thinking about it. We're looking into it. Of course, you guys know I want to know what I'm getting into. And that's why I like that I can go out and just spend time with them, because I don't know anything about standardbreds. I know they're a lot of times used by the Amish as buggy horses. And so they do get a lot of them in there that come from kill pens, but then they break them to ride, and they work with them and rehabilitate them and then rehome them. And I feel like that might be something I could do.
Mom?
Yes, honey?
So in the summer, did bees actually come in there?
Sometimes. Standardbreds, next step to Arabians, more bulky and just under. Oh, Donna Lee, interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. That's what I wondered. I'm sure they're forward. They're used for harness racing, so I'm sure it's going to be a forward horse. I have no problem with a forward horse. In fact, Moo was pretty forward. I like that. I just don't want uncontrollable. I want something that, we don't always have to race. Because if you guys know me, I get on the horse and I'm kind of chill. And that's what me and Moo did. We just moseyed on down the path. We just took it easy. It was great. That's my, and sometimes like he had some get up and go. He could move out if I asked him to, but he wasn't in go mode all the time. He wasn't uncontrollable. He wasn't like, I can't, he was really good. So gosh, if I could have Moo over again, I'd just have another Moo. That'd be perfect. My daughter trained her Arabian mare. There was such some Shelly grass that I believe it. I believe it because I have my Arabian mare and my gelding, and my daughter have such a relationship. It's not even funny. She rides him bareback this year, probably going to be riding bitless, and she has such an amazing bond with that horse. I know that Arabians don't have a good rep, but my gosh, I love them. They're such a great horse. You can't convince me any different. Hold proud. They fly over jumps. Mary, I don't know. I want to see what their personality is like, because I think not every person is made for every horse. And I don't know why I click so well with Arabians. I don't know why. I just click with them. I mesh with them. And I've heard a lot of people tell me thoroughbreds. Get a thoroughbred because they're similar to Arabians, have a little bit bigger of a build. I've had a lot of people say that, have that kind of personality. But I also don't want to die. So there's that. Guys, I've never jumped on a horse. I'm pretty much your trail riding, mosey down the path. We go out, we have a good bond. Sometimes we feel like lighting a fire and just flying. But I very much feed off the horse's energy and they feed off of mine. So that's why I love Arabians, because me and Norman were able to feel each other out, and he just knew what I was asking for something. I didn't even have to ask. He just knew what I was thinking and how I was feeling, and he would do it. It was great. But I've never jumped on a horse before. So pacers move legs. Trotters use opposite. My standard bred used to stand on my foot so I wouldn't leave. Okay, guys, Peter's waiting for me. My van's warmed up. My hand is like, okay, here, I'll show you. My hand is froze like this. My arm isn't froze, but my hand is pretty much frozen. I'm not, I wish I could be kidding. I'm not. It's freaking cold. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. Okay. Everybody take care. Have a fantastic day. I'll catch you again on another live maybe before Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, we have trivia night live here. Everybody take care. If you're in the Midwest, stay warm. We only got a couple more days of this. Let's get through it, and then let's all move to like Florida or something. But take care, everybody. Nice to see you guys on the live, and we'll see you all later. Oh, brr, it's cold.